Hello, this is Pogren FPS. We've got my BaoFeng radio connected up to my laptop through the BaoFeng USB programming cable. So let's open this up and I'll show you exactly the basics of how to program your radio and how to get started step by step, marine proof. When I mean marine proof, it means simple, easy. So first off, log on to your computer and do the step by step. So alright, I'm logged onto my computer. Go to the CHIRP software. Once you get to the CHIRP software, it'll look like a blank page like this because your radio is not configured. As you go to radio tab, it is the fourth tab over. Right here, you guys really can't see it because it's blurry. Hit download from radio. What this is doing, any information you get from here will be converted over here, and you need to do this to recognize the radio. So it's asking for port, vendor, and model. So the COM port is the USB port it's connected to. If one of the ports works, switch to a different COM port. On mine there's 1, 2, 5, and 7. For some reason mine's 7, even though there's only a few ports on here. Anyway, select your vendor, which is your make, like a Ford, Chevy, Dodge, whatever it is, but this is a BaoFeng, it ain't a truck. Model is UV5R, that's like F-150, F-250, Silverado, so it's on here. Then once you enter that information, oh yeah, one thing about the BaoFeng radio, there's copies of UV5Rs, like the hesitant one I got. Just use UV5R and it'll program very similarly, if not exactly the same. So once you hit OK and put your information in there, have that configured, two pop-ups will pop up. One just giving you a warning, just hit OK, and this one, hit OK. Now here's the cloning process. Once this is done, we can get into the actual programming because the radio is connected to the software. Now what we see right here is the frequencies, the names, tone mode, tones, tone squelch, yada yada yada, etc. You guys can read for yourself. The ones you really need to worry about for now for the basic setup is the frequencies. You need to get the freak, the net ID, whatever you want to call it. So once you get the frequency, enter it there. Type it in, click, type it in for whatever channel. Over here is your channel numbers, and that'll be your channel. For your name, you can manually enter it, or you can leave it blank, wherever it may be. I recommend putting a name in there so you don't get confused because there's a lot of stuff going on. Mode is FM. Power, you can change the power settings to high, medium, and low. And S is skippable, so if you're scanning, you're skipping over like NOAA weather because they're constantly transmitting, and you don't want to stop there every time. So I put an S there for skip. With the power settings, a lot of people don't know this. When you set it for high, you put on obviously a more high RF signal. People know that. Well, with that RF signal, it is detectable and traceable. So what I was told in the military, use the lowest power setting as possible if you don't want to be pinpointed. So once you enter the frequencies, name it, put all the information in there you need. So from there, we want this information that was typed in here to be converted over the radio. Go to the radio tab and hit upload to radio. Hit your COM port, and then your vendor and model should be the same. So hit OK, hit OK. And now it's cloning it to the radio. So as you see there, the radio is blinking green. That is good. That's what we want it to be doing. So pretty much what it's doing is transferring all the frequencies and information that you inputted in here onto the radio. Since this was already on the radio, all I'm doing this is for instructional purposes only. So once that's done, you get a solid green. Your screen lights up. It'll go to the frequencies that you programmed. And then pretty much that is it. Your radio is good to go. You can turn off your radio, unplug it, and then turn it back on.
Channel mode.
Go through the channels, make sure all the channels are programmed,
1, 9, 2, 0,
and
1,
after that you're good to go. So pretty much that concludes my video of basic radio setup of the BaoFeng or BaoFeng style radios using the CHIRP software. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day and stay safe.